Tonight, more than 8 billion people will close their eyes. Some will dream of flying. Some will relive old memories. Some will visit places that have never existed. And by morning, most of those dreams will already be forgotten. Yet almost every human being experiences them every single night. But imagine something impossible. Tonight, for the very first time in human history, no one dreams. Not a child, not an old man, not a scientist, not an artist, not even you. The night passes in complete darkness inside every human mind. At first, nothing seems different. People wake up, brush their teeth, go to work, drive their cars, answer emails, smile, laugh. Life appears perfectly normal, but deep inside, something invisible has disappeared. Something humanity has experienced for hundreds of thousands of years has simply stopped. Within hours, sleep laboratories across the world begin receiving strange reports. Brain scans reveal something no doctor has ever seen before. The phase of sleep where dreams are most vivid is still happening, but the dreams themselves are gone. No stories, no faces, no colors, no nightmares, only silence. Could humanity survive without dreams? Would we become smarter or slowly lose what makes us human? And perhaps the biggest question of all, what if dreams were never just dreams? Before we imagine a world without dreams, we first need to answer a much bigger question. Why do we dream at all? It's a question that has fascinated humanity for thousands of years, and surprisingly, science still doesn't have one complete answer. Ancient Egyptians believed dreams were messages from the gods. The ancient Greeks thought dreams could predict the future. Even today, millions of people believe dreams carry hidden meanings. But modern science sees dreams very differently. Instead of magic, it sees billions of neurons firing inside the sleeping brain. Many scientists believe dreams help the brain organize memories. Imagine your mind as a giant library. Every day, thousands of new experiences arrive. Without organization, everything would become chaos. Dreams may be one of the brain's ways of sorting those memories into the right places. Other researchers think dreams help us process emotions, fear, joy, love, regret. Instead of ignoring these feelings, our brains may quietly work through them while we sleep, almost like an overnight therapy session. But here's the mystery. If dreams are so important, what would happen if they suddenly disappeared forever? Not tomorrow, not next year, but starting tonight. The first morning begins, and surprisingly, nothing appears to be wrong. People wake up on time. Coffee shops are busy. Children rush to school. Office workers sit behind glowing computer screens. The world keeps moving as if nothing has changed. But beneath the surface, something feels strangely empty. No one remembers a dream, not a single person. By midday, thousands of people begin asking the same question online. Did anyone else not dream last night? At first, everyone laughs. Some blame stress, others blame poor sleep. But within hours, the same message appears from every country, every language, every continent, millions of people, all reporting the exact same experience. The story spreads faster than any news before it. Television channels interrupt their regular programs. Sleep researchers cancel their schedules. Hospitals begin receiving confused patients. Brain scans reveal something impossible. The human brain still enters REM sleep, the stage most closely linked with vivid dreaming. But the dreams themselves never appear. It's as if someone erased an entire part of the human experience without touching the brain itself. By evening, small changes begin to emerge. Artists struggle to find inspiration. Writers stare at empty pages. Musicians search for melodies that never come. Children, who often wake excited to share strange adventures from their dreams, have nothing to say. No flying dragons, no magical forests, No impossible worlds, just silence. No one can explain why. As darkness covers the planet for a second time, humanity waits. Was it just a strange coincidence? Or has something fundamental changed forever? Tonight, the entire world falls asleep with one question in mind. Will the dreams return? 7 days have passed. Not a single dream anywhere on Earth. What once seemed like a strange coincidence has now become the greatest mystery in human history. Scientists have worked around the clock. Governments have formed emergency research teams. Sleep laboratories are overwhelmed. But despite thousands of brain scans, no one has an answer. Dreams have simply vanished. At first, some people insisted they felt fine, but after 1 week, small cracks begin to appear, not in their bodies, but in their minds. People become less creative. Conversations feel shorter. Laughter feels less genuine. Even happy moments seem strangely empty. It's as if the human imagination is slowly losing its color. History tells us that some of humanity's greatest ideas were inspired by dreams. Painting, stories, scientific discoveries, even famous melodies. Whether every story is true or not, dreams have always been a source of inspiration. Now, that source has gone silent. The world is still producing ideas, but fewer truly original ones. Children become the biggest mystery. They still laugh, they still play, but every morning, their answers are the same. I didn't dream about anything. For the first time in history, an entire generation is growing up without ever experiencing a dream. No magical adventures, no impossible worlds, no mysterious stories created by their own minds. Something ancient has disappeared. And then scientists begin asking a terrifying question. What if dreams were never just entertainment? What if they were essential for keeping the human mind alive? 1 year has passed, 365 nights, without a single dream. Humanity has adapted. People still work. They still build cities. They still invent technology. From the outside, the world looks normal. But beneath that normal life, something has changed forever. The world's greatest artists begin producing less original work. Music starts to sound familiar. Movies become predictable. Books repeat old ideas. Innovation hasn't disappeared, but it has slowed. It feels as though imagination has lost one of its greatest sources. The world isn't running out of intelligence, it's running out of wonder. Researchers continue searching for an explanation. Some believe dreams help the brain organize memories. Others think dreams allowed the mind to process emotions. But one thing becomes impossible to ignore. Without dreams, people report feeling emotionally flatter. Not necessarily sad, not necessarily happy, just less alive. Then comes a heartbreaking moment. A young child asks a simple question. What does a dream look like? The parents freeze. How do you describe something that no one alive can remember anymore? A generation is growing up without ever visiting the impossible worlds their own minds once created. Dreams have become history, but perhaps the greatest mystery isn't why dreams disappeared. The real mystery is this. If humanity can survive without dreaming, what else have we lost without even realizing it? Throughout history, humanity has survived ice ages, deadly diseases, wars, and natural disasters. Every challenge changed us. Every generation adapted. But this time, the greatest loss wasn't something we could see. It wasn't a city. It wasn't a civilization. It was something that had always lived inside our minds. And then, exactly 1 year after dreams disappeared, something impossible happens. A 7-year-old child suddenly wakes before sunrise, breathing heavily. His heart is racing. He runs to his parents and says, "I saw a place full of light, and I was flying." For a moment, no one believes him. But by the next morning, hundreds of people tell the same story. Then thousands, then millions. Dreams have returned. Scientists never discover why they vanished, and they never discover why they came back. Some mysteries remain mysteries, but one lesson becomes clear. Dreams were never just random images. Whether they organize our memories, help us process emotions, or simply remind us to imagine, they are part of what makes us human. Not because every dream has meaning, but because every dream proves that the human mind never truly stops exploring. Tonight, when you close your eyes, you may find yourself in a place that has never existed. You may meet people you'll never meet. You may solve a problem or simply witness something beautiful. And when morning comes, you might forget almost all of it. But perhaps that doesn't mean it was meaningless, because maybe dreams were never created to predict the future. They were created to keep our imagination alive. So tonight, if you dream, take a moment to appreciate it, because one day you might wake up and discover just how precious it really was.